Today we are going to be looking at some acting raw material, or should we say spices? No, I prefer raw materials. Actually, think of these things we are going to talk about as the imperative ingredient or the imperative raw material without which acting cannot be entertaining, without which acting cannot move anybody. So we are talking here about action, emotion, motivation. Action, emotion, motivation. On the sideline, go. Action is a consequence of emotion. Out of emotions, action comes. So to speak, action is a reaction from an emotional situation, and emotion is born from a motivation. It is born from a motivation, i.e., you don't just feel something for nothing. Something makes you feel, or something makes you develop a mood. So every emotion you ever feel has ever come about because of something that happened, push you in that direction. A motivation is actually the cause of whatever spikes you to or not do anything. If you do something, it is because an emotion came along. So that thing, comes and creates an emotion, and then you act on the emotion, and that's it. And that is it. You have to pick your script, study your character well, so that you can be able to get the details of all of this raw material, all the spices, and it will help you cook your soup. Now, action is a visible motion, activity, or occurrence in a scene or on stage. So action is a sort of accumulation of gestures and postures and other minor reflexes. You want to understand each action when you are studying your character. You want to know what emotions motivate the actions and what is the motivation of the emotion and what circumstance this grows out of. And the reason you want to do this is because action in our daily life is instinctive. And usually if you don't master and then perform it well, smoothly, it is going to come across as very clumsy and unnatural. Your performance or your act is going to lose authenticity, it's going to lose realism, and actually that's the goal. You want that no matter how fictional a character is, it could be a human being with one eye or a human being with three eyes, but the only way people would watch it and be like, whoa, when there is a whoa moment, or wow, when there's a wow moment, is the level of authenticity and the level of realism, the level of veracity that the actor is going to inject in it. And what other way than to bring to the screen the emotions and the actions of the character? And action is usually the consequence of emotion. How we feel dictates what we do, and also how we do what we do. So when you go into a scene, or when you go into a screenplay, into a story, and you are studying the story, you are watching out for action. Actions with dramatic significance, and what causes them. How you feel somehow dictates what you do and how you do what you do. So when you pick up your script, pay attention to action, especially the action of the character you're going to pick. It's not just, okay, he's going to run out of a bedroom and then he's going to jump over a fence. Yes, that is very obvious. But then what are the details? What makes them run out of the bedroom? How do they run out of the bedroom? Because, in case we don't realize, action has some mini dynamics. Action is defined by speed, intensity, size, and some other elements. So, all of these things would be the consequence of the emotions that started. Now, if somebody runs out of the room because they have been asked to run out of, their speed would be different from someone who's running out of the room because they entered the room and somebody was standing there who they know was dead. But these are two people running out of the room. So after all is said and done, let me give you a rule that emotion is 90% of acting. If you walk out, you sort out your emotion, you have your emotional game to level A. You are ready to act. The other things, physical, vocal, is just 10%. We are still talking here about expressiveness or expressivity. Whatever way you want to call it, you will have to always go around emotion. And this is where I always tell people that the secret of acting, the holy grail, when you feel it, it shows. Now, most of the time you hear acting coaches, facial expression, facial expression, facial expression. I prefer to say, feel it. Because when you feel it, it will show. You don't have to go twisting your face or forcing your no. Just feel angry and you will come across as angry. I am very serious about this. If you feel angry, or if you feel like this is serious, don't you just have to feel it. Any way you want to do it, it comes across like that. So leave the facial expression bullshit and start feeling your emotions. Because when you feel it, those actions would come across. And you feel how you, the actor, you are transforming into the character.